Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Man's Noble Beer Reviews. Today I have another beer from Insurrection Brewing Company out of Heidelberg, Pennsylvania, which is right outside of the suburb of Pittsburgh. This beer is called Tangled Hangers, and you can see all the tangled hangers there. I'm sure many of us have had that happen in our closets, where you get a bunch of hangers and they get tangled, and it's just crazy. But this is a milk stout. There's nothing in it, so it's a plain milk stout. It is 5.0 ABV. I have not had this before, so I'm excited to give it a try and crack it open and see what we got here. And these guys have not packaged very many darker beers. I know they've done Dark Star Crashes, which is their which is a stout, or no, it's a porter, and then I think they did one or two of their imperial stouts, but not too many. So, see, it pours a really dark brown to black color with a nice, about finger's worth of pretty steady, fluffy beige head. So similar to the porter that they canned, it smells like pretty earthy and hoppy, which I guess I would generally say is not traditional for a milk stout, like an American style stout, I guess. There's definitely some dark fruit notes in there and a little bit of roasty character too. It smells like it's going to be hoppy, which I'm not complaining about. I'm just saying I think it's kind of odd for a milk stout. So it is definitely on the hoppier side, but it's more just in the flavor, just that earthy herbal hop character, like probably Cascade or something. But other than that, it's not super bitter. It's definitely more roasty than bitter. But it's not it's not ashy roasty or like burnt pretzel roasty. I get some stouts. It's actually like very tobacco forward, which that Dark Star Crashes that I was referencing, the porter that they canned, was very similar. You know, when I think of a milk stout, I think of usually it being a little on the sweeter side, like even for a regular 5% stout, a little creamier and not super roasty. And this follows like half of that, because it actually is pretty creamy in body. It's pretty silky smooth. It's not high in carbonation. Excuse me. But it's definitely not sweet. And it is pretty earthy, like herbal and tobacco flavored. So it's kind of a balance of what I would expect a normal milk stout to be, and like a more traditional American stout with like a little less alcohol, but more. It's definitely softer and more creamy than what I would just consider like a regular old school American stout to be. So it's kind of floating in between those two lines. It comes down to how do you judge it? Are you judging it just based on the flavor, which is completely hedonistically, or are you judging it on the style? I tried to do a kind of a combination of both. If it goes way far out of bounds one way or the other, then I'll ding it. But if it's kind of still keeping in the lane of each one, then whatever one I think is the. If I really really like the taste of it, but it's not really fitting the style, I'm still going to say I would buy it. But if it's not my favorite thing in the world, but it's a great version of the style, I would still call it a buy for like the average person and me if I wanted to drink that style of beer. This this honestly reminds me of like a second runnings or baby version of like the classic American Imperial Stouts. So I would say like Expedition, Bell's Expedition, Victory Storm King, Stone Imperial Stout. Founders was always a little more on like the dark chocolate, dark fruity side. It wasn't quite as hopped as those other ones that I mentioned. This one falls under those, but it really does have all the flavors of a big, bold, hoppy American Imperial Stout from 2005 to 2010 era, but without the alcohol. And it's also, the body is like a lot silkier. I'm guessing because there's lactose in this, and it's only 5%. So it's kind of a really weird thing. I don't know that I've ever had a stout like this. It's really weird because the flavors are so on point with those things, with that tobacco and like slight smokiness and earthy character, but the body is really nice and creamy and easy to drink. So if you like those classic like Great Lakes Blackout Stout is another one. If you like those really classic American Imperial Stouts, and you like to drink them, but you don't want to necessarily get drunk very easily, this would be a great beer to drink. So on my scale of buy, drink, dump, I'm definitely giving this a buy. I think this is really unique. I would drink the crap out of this if I could get this regularly, because it's such a bold flavor that reminds me of so many other old school beers, but it's only 5% alcohol. So if I wanted to, I could drink a 4-pack of this and not be inebriated at all. So cheers to these guys for doing something like this. I know a lot of newer beer drinkers are not necessarily looking for something like this. So I'm curious how well this is going to sell, or how well it did sell. This is a couple months old at this point. But for me, I would drink the crap out of this, because the flavor is just so... the flavor is really nostalgic to me, but the fact that it's like also really soft and creamy, and I can just drink it consistently, that's what really makes me want to buy it again. So yeah, this is a buy for me. I think that's all I got on this one. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think, and I look forward to doing the next one. Thanks.